Hello guys, my name is Amy and welcome to Formula 1 2020. If you've been following me on Instagram, link in the description if you've not, I am now part of an F1 league. So that involves racing every week on a Friday night, again live on Twitch, where we're online with random people. Well, not random people. I've not actually met any of them. It's a few people that Liam played with on a different league. So I am in a McLaren. This is me. Liam is in the other McLaren. Liam's best friend is in Williams. So there are a few people that we do know in this league. But basically these videos are going to be a little different to what my normal videos are. It's just a case of basically a little highlight video, just a 20-minute, half an hour highlights of basically what happened. So without further ado, we'll get into qualifying. So here we are. We're in qualifying. I'm just about to start my first ever lap in this new league. So with 15 minutes to go, I start my lap, and obviously, like I said, this is the first ever timed lap, so nerves get to me, hence the understeer. Obviously, during all this, I am talking with my brother Liam. We're in the party chat together, so he can give me tips and motivation. He's in the other McLaren, and he's horrendously used to doing this. Hence the fastest lap, which doesn't surprise me. This league is now co-ran by Liam, with his best friend that is in a Williams in these races. So they've had plenty of experience doing league races before. Unfortunately, me, not so much. So I managed to get that challenge completed. Somehow apparently mastered the Bahrain track, but get an invalid lap. So we stick it out, we do another lap. Really bad last corner. DRS bang on the line. It's over the line, and we're 9th. Unfortunately, I did try and do a few more laps. Unfortunately, couldn't get any better. So overall, after the short qualifying session, we start 16th. So we get into the strategy menu, and it's a case of going, I think for the default strategy is better. Just the one stop. It is obviously down as quicker on the time, but it's purely because it's a one stop. I prefer one stops. I believe Liam goes on the 2 stop, but we'll see how it happens. Formation lap, again, another new thing for me. Manual starts, formation laps, everyone not really knowing what they're doing, some people not knowing what they're doing, and I get reset. Soon as we kicked off, Meatball that starts in front of me effectively goes into the back of me and quits us both from the formation lap. Right, so 5 red lights and we're off. Okay, bit of a slow start, but I'm not too worried. It's one of them. My first ever race, I was just hoping to finish it. Horrendous carnage into first corner. A few people going wide, a few bits of damage, someone going the wrong way, people peeling off everywhere. I had a virtual safety car before we even get to turn 4. So, interesting first couple of corners. Quite a few people getting penalties. I'm just glad I came out of that with no damage. So as the virtual safety car ends, luckily we're on a corner, so we have to brake anyway, but there's still no DRS, so I still can't catch up to the Ferrari in front. Somehow people are far enough behind as well that I can't really see them in my mirror. So as lap 1 comes to a close, I'm kind of on my little lonesome, apart from Liam spins it, so whoops. Never mind, let's carry on. So yeah, starting lap 2, and somehow I've got no damage. Liam, I believe, must have got damage. He's come straight in the pits, so he must have clearly had something wrong. We're on to lap 7 now, and this guy comes out of the pits. Must have either been on the short strategy or damage, but he comes out just in front with the little wiggle. I tried to keep up. Problem is I now have the Red Bull in my mirror, so I try my best. I do really try my best on trying keeping anyone behind me. I don't try and defend too much. These guys are what I will class as Pro League racers. I'm still horrendously amateur, so it's one of them. I kept my cool. I knew he was going to get me on DRS in this bit, as he clearly does. Straight past me, and I don't really defend. It's one of them. I kind of messed that guy's quali lap up. I was on a fast lap. He was also on a fast lap, but slightly faster than me. And apparently I held him up, but things got sorted, and with that I just let him through. It's not a thing of I purposely let him through. He did sort of have to work for it, but it's a case of I weren't going to defend too well. So we're up now, P8 on lap 9, and I have a Haas behind me. Now we do run equal car performance, so it's no surprising really. But yeah, DRS down the pit straight. He goes around on the inside, and somehow I don't get damage from going straight into the back of him. My tyres are horrendously worn. I'm due for a pit stop soon anyway. But yeah, I go straight into the back of him, purely because I couldn't brake in time because he cut me up. But I get no damage, so I think I kind of got away with that one. So yeah, as he gets away from me, it doesn't surprise me. The amount of assists I've got on for now, I will start taking them off. The assists slow you down, so it doesn't surprise me that he's just bolted. So we're halfway round lap 12, still in the middle of nowhere really. And there's a safety car. Something happens coming up to turn 13, I believe that is. So our first safety car are halfway-ish through this race. Jeff, the engineer in-game, comes up with a new strategy, and I pit a lap earlier, basically. It's not really that much different. I was due to pit lap 13 anyway, so lap 12, only one lap before. It's not going to horrendously affect me that much. So it's a case of coming into the pits, going onto the hard tyres, and coming out pretty much where I am at the moment. Lap 14, and safety car is about to end. How the game works, basically you have like 2 or 3 laps of safety car. That's literally it. It's all programmed into the game, obviously. The car in question gets took away pretty much instantly, but we start again for the second time, technically. I get a horrendously slow start. I do not keep up. I I don't know whether it's because I get caught napping or whether it's just a case of I'm just too overly cautious, which it's more than likely the latter. Obviously at the moment P10, yeah, I get a point at the moment. I've still obviously got 14 laps left, so it's a case of just keeping my cool. Yeah, I've got a Ferrari up my exhaust, but I'm not too overly worried. I'm just trying to get through the end of this race, get a point if I can. If I don't, that's fine. As long as I finish this race and don't get terminal damage, all's good. So the first lap after this safety car, and somehow the Ferrari doesn't try and overtake me. Obviously no DRS, so it's a case of he's just got to purely do it on ERS and slipstream, basically. So he does manage to keep up with me. I'm not defending horrendous amounts, but it's one of them. I'm having fun doing this because I didn't think I thought I'd be at the back, like 30 odd seconds behind. I'd have the boringest race ever, and nothing will happen. But clearly that is not the case. I am managing to stay in front of people that are sort of used to this. He does try and bomb me down the inside, which I kind of anticipated he would do, but again, I didn't try and defend. It's one of them, I want to keep all my wing intact. Well, I want to keep all my car intact, to be honest. The problem is I go wide at that corner, so now the Mercedes is on my inside of this one. He's squirming around in the background. I'm now... Oh! He gets took out. I don't know if you saw that, guys. He actually gets took out by an Alpha Tauri. So I suddenly don't have anybody in my rearview mirror. So, all that panicking of that guy in my mirrors, I can now relax again. Lap 17, we're down in 11th now, because Hugo's managed to pass us, but we've got another safety car. So all these gaps that keep getting created because I'm on assist, so I'm a bit slower, suddenly start to shrink again. It's one of them. I've never really dealt with safety cars before. I've seen my brother play this game before, online with his league, so I know how to do safety cars. I've never done them before. So lap 19, we come up to the end of that second safety car, start again once again. P9 because of somebody's pitted, I'm guessing. Can't 100% remember. And as per usual, I go completely wide into turn 1, which then lets the Mercedes through, and all of a sudden I've got my brother in my rearview mirror. Now, for the sake of the league, I think Liam was nice to me, purely so that we could both finish. I think it's a case of if he did touch me then, he would have ended up probably losing another front wing. I could possibly have been out of the race, and neither of us would have got points. So, thank you, Liam, for keeping you cool. I don't intend on letting him through there. That corner, I hate it. I really do. It's the worst corner in the whole entire race. So I don't intend on letting him through. It's just, he's on wheel. I'm on controller. So, it doesn't surprise me that he gets past me there. On to lap 22. Still going wide in turn 1. And get a 3-second time penalty. Unfortunately, I don't have steering assist on this game because we're online, and I just cut the corner. Understeer is a big thing for me because obviously I'm not used to this, so it's a case of evident there. Not used to sticking on the racing line. And again, more track limits. This is lap 23 though, so the lap after. And because of that going wide, I now have a Ferrari up my exhaust again. It is the same Ferrari as before. I have to obviously stick off the racing line, turn 11, back on 12, he goes down the inside. So another little battle. Unfortunately this straight doesn't have DRS, so I'm closing a little just on slipstream, but I'm not panicking as I can potentially get DRS down the pit straight, which I engage. I close up the best I possibly can, but it's just not good enough. I do go wide again. I don't intend on doing like a switchback, but luckily he manages to mess up as well. I smack into the back of him again. Don't lose front wing. I don't know how I'm not losing front wings. It's absolute luck more than judgment. But yeah, he manages to stay in front of me again because of the assists. He's just gone. So yeah, it's one of them. I'm currently P12. Not many people around me. On to lap 25, another warning for track limits, and I've now got a Mercedes behind me. Still in P12, so I'm not too disheartened on that, but this guy's connection is laggy. As you can see, there's a little signal bar next to his name that shows that he's got a really bad connection, hence why he's jumping all over the place. So yeah, I did have a little heart attack going around that corner, because I genuinely thought he hit me. Turns out he just lagged. No damage caused. But I do manage to keep up with him. Now he is a little bit squirmy. I don't know whether that's because of him or whether it's the connection, but with the help of DRS I do manage to go down the right hand side and clean overtake. A nice achievement for me. I think, to be honest, that's the first guy I actually properly overtook without the help of pit stops. But yeah, DRS down the pit straight, slipstream, the lot. Problem is, he does stay there with me, so I do get a little bit twitchy. It's a wonderful battle. I did thank the guy for the great battle. So yeah, it's one of them, the first proper battle that I actually win. I still do go a little bit wide, obviously can't stand that corner, but he stays behind me. He does have DRS into this corner. I go wide to give him a bit of room. He slides and ends up back behind me. So it's one of them, past couple of laps, best laps of the race. It's one of them, I never thought I'd actually have to do battles like this. Like I said earlier, I was expecting me to be like 30 seconds behind everybody else, and nothing had happened, but clearly I was wrong. On lap 28, so second to last lap, and all of a sudden everyone just starts dropping like flies. On the outside of that corner, turn 13, there's a Ferrari that's DNF'd, and also the guy behind ends up leaving the session. So with the help of them two now not in it, I'm up to 11th and no one's behind me. So it's a case of starting the final lap. Obviously a lot of people have got penalties, so it'll be interesting to see where we all finish, because all these penalties will get added at the end. It's a case of I am currently 11th, I may not stay 11th. Can I get a point in my first race? Horrendous on that corner as per usual, but there you have it. The winner is Mirabeau, a Mercedes, which doesn't surprise me. He's one of the best people in the league, so it is one of them that really doesn't surprise me. But it's a case of I have extremely loved doing this race. Unfortunate that I couldn't get a point, as I'm still 11th, working out a couple of them penalties. There's not going to be a change, unfortunately. They're all just spread out that far. Some reason a random car in the middle takes me out, but that's after the line, so it doesn't matter. And there you have it. Clarification, I get 11th. Keelan, which is Liam's best mate, gets driver of the day on the game. But yeah, honestly guys, that as a first race was a lot more than I was expecting. I like to keep saying it, I thought I was going to be at the back, not a contender at all, and there I was. Confirmation, I was one place off a point, which is kind of annoying, but I didn't finish last. I went up 5 places because I started in 16th, couple of DNF, so it's one of them that's completely normal for a league race, especially when you've got damage on, but it's one of them, it is what it is. Liam finishing 8th, so he does get a couple of points. But yeah, Mercedes, Alfa, and then Ferrari on the podium. That was then Bahrain, the full international circuit, as my first ever league race. I had a hell of a lot of fun. Nerves were a little high at times, so it's a thing of I just need to practice for next weekend, which is the Bahrain Short. So you cut out basically sector 2, which isn't that bad. It's one of them, it kind of cuts out my worst part of the track. I was obviously very nervous coming into this race, very out of my comfort zone, but I had a blast, I really did. It's a case of keeping my head on my shoulders, not getting too cocky, thinking, oh, I got 11th in my first race, because that's how you DNF in the next one. So guys, if you fancy watching me live when I do these races, they are on Twitch. Friday I try and start about 8, quarter past 8. We tend to do briefing at about 8, so it's one of them, I'll go live sort of as soon as I possibly can after briefing. So guys, if you liked this video, please leave a like rating. If you're new around here, if you could subscribe as well, that'd be even better. Next to the subscribe button is a little bell, that's notifications. Turn that on, you'll be notified on when I go live. I will see you hopefully for the next race. Follow me on Twitch, link in the description. Obviously a video with Liam will be going up on Friday as well, and then obviously live again on Monday with hopefully the Star Wars Fallen Order campaign, as I'm now not going to do Tuesdays. It's a case of I was undecided whether to or not, and the league started a bit earlier than I thought it was going to be. We managed to get a lot of people in sort of really quick, so it's a case of Tuesdays now won't be happening because Fridays are happening. Videos will still go up on Friday, and we'll do a mix of either solo campaign or multiplayer with Liam. On Monday we'll sort something out regarding that. So guys, I'll see you live on Twitch on Friday with my next video going up on Friday or so. So guys, I'll see you then. Bye.